Hello viewers, Chief here, welcome. Today we're going to have a look at the Humble toilet roll. And when we run out of the Humble toilet roll or a roll of paper toweling, the hand paper towel, we usually end up with something like this, the cardboard cylinder. And I was looking at one the other day and I thought it's quite interesting, so I did a little bit of research into it and I'd like to share it with you today. There's two types of cardboard inserts, or the centres, for things like toilet rolls and hand paper towels. Some are called tubes and some are called cylinders. And there is a slight difference to those, even though they might be identical, besides the obvious, the size. In essence, tubes, or cardboard tubes is what they're generally made from, are larger and they're designed generally to place things inside of them, such as candies like the M&Ms you can get, or you can put other little bits and pieces in there, or postage tubes for posters and documents and things like that. And I've got an example of one here. Here's a larger style cardboard tube. It's been covered with some paper because someone's repurposed it and badged and sent it across to me. And it's just a larger cardboard tube, a larger diameter, and it comes with a plastic plug, and it's designed to have some documents in there. I've got some photos, large photos rolled up into there. So that's what you'd call a tube. And then you have a cylinder like this, and the main difference with the cylinders are that they are designed to have things such as toilet paper rolled onto them to this thickness. And the thickness or size of a toilet roll is generally determined by the number of sheets it has. Some have as little as 130 sheets and some can have 1,000 sheets plus. So that's the main difference. When the cardboard cylinders are manufactured, they make little streams of cardboard, little ribbons of cardboard, and they come out of rollers as such, and they come onto a master roller like this in the manufacturing process that I saw, and they feed onto the roller, and the roller spins and the ribbons of cardboard wrap themselves around it, and the roller's moving this direction, and when it gets to the predetermined length it's cut. And hence when you take an empty cardboard cylinder like this and cut round the seam like I have here, you'll find that in essence it's a long ribbon that's wrapped around the pole that's cut to this predetermined length, and that's what it looks like. And this was a good example, totally at random. Here you can see the width of the ribbon's roughly about 2 inches or 50 mils. And there's the seam for the second ribbon there, and then you have a third ribbon and a fourth and so on. And these just continually roll around the rollers and they move down the line and they're cut. Now the interesting thing, which I didn't know until I researched it a bit, here's a cylinder from a hand paper towel. It's the same thing, it's got the seam that starts diagonally. The only example I can see of a diagonal pattern like this is on the old barbershop's pole. Usually it's got the red and white ribbon and it rotates like this. You see them outside barbershops sometimes. I used to in the olden days. The main difference when they cut them is there's two generic ways to do it. One with the larger tubes is to use what they call a saw, and it's roughly very similar to a circular saw depending on the size of the machine, and the blade just turns and it just cuts the cylinders and the tubes in the predetermined lengths that you need, and it generally does leave a bit of a rough cut on the edge. I don't know if we can get any focus on here. I might do a screenshot if you can see the roughness of the cardboard there. The diameters of the tubes vary according to what's being manufactured and for what purpose. And the other main way they do it is with blades, and the blades just turn at high speed, very similar to like a can opener. You'll see two or three small blades that attach on the rim of the can, and they turn and they also cut to predetermined lengths, whether it be this length or this toilet roll size or longer or shorter, depending on the purpose, and they leave a smoother burr-free surface depending on the sharpness of the blades, of course. But you can see with these toilet rolls and the hand paper towel rolls are very smooth. With something like a postage cylinder like this, it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. You're not going to get any cuts or or any damage from the raised edges, but they are thicker and they're designed for commercial industrial purposes. And these cylinders and tubes can be used for many different things. The main use I have seen for them commercially or industrially is for carpet. And when you buy widths of carpet, they might be 3, 4, 5 or even longer widths apart. They're rolled onto very thick cardboard tubes and cylinders I should say. The carpet's just rolled on them and then they're picked up with a giant spike on a forklift would insert itself into the tube in the middle and just pick it up and then pole the carpet like this, however high they need it. And you'd also see tubes used when they have industrial sized plastic, when they're laying plastic down before concrete slabs and for lining on houses. They sometimes call that sarking paper in this country, and various other uses. There's too many to name. But there you have it. There's the Humble toilet roll. There's a bit more to it than I thought. Sometimes you'll see, I don't know if we can get any focus on the inside of the core, there's just some printing on there. This one hasn't got any, but the printing on the inside is just part of the manufacturing identification process. It just shows a batch number, perhaps a date of manufacture and a serial number of sorts, and sometimes the type of roll that's been manufactured. This one might be a cylinder for a toilet roll, this one might be a cylinder for hand paper towel, these might be slightly thicker in diameter. With toilet rolls they're fairly soft, so you don't need a lot of diameter or strength in there, just something to hold the paper in a uniform size, and that's pretty universal across the world. The only difference is the number of sheets in there, whether it's double, single, triple or even quadruple ply. Some of the fancy toilet rolls you get have what they call scented cores, and there's a little scent that's added in the cardboard manufacturing process, and if you smell them they have a nice perfume. This one's non-scented and it's actually a hypoallergenic paper, so you won't get any rashes or any discomfort from the paper because it's been specially treated. Well, there you have it. It's an interesting little thing, and I thought it might be worthy of a short video. You can find out any other information or you want to share some other things with me, please leave some comments below. Like and subscribe, just click on the button, it's no cost, all you need is an internet connection. I thank you for watching and hopefully we can bring you some little odds and ends down the track. Chief signing out.